Mutually beneficial relationships with everyone in the town and the area. I think that's the key to our success.
Obviously, it's an honour and a privilege to be sat here this evening in front of some true Ashington legends. Come back as goalkeeping coach. Again, Lee's an Ashington lad, and so I couldn't have done it without him, and I pitched him from Bedland, and I know Fishy's looking at us there.
So many old faces back under one roof means a lot to me as Ashington Football Club chairman. I'm right into my history, so I think being in amongst so many what I would call legends is really important. It's a special club. It's a club that isn't being the most winningest club, but what it does is it's worked hard and it's got a good group of people in it.
I am here at Ashton CFC, where we are celebrating 11 years since Ashton moved from Portland Park to their current ground here at Woodhorn Lane.
When I came home from back home to live, I had a little shop in Woodhorn Road, was a news agent, and one day I was in that shop and Eric Nichol, who was chairman of Ashington Football Club, came in. He says, "Can I have a word with you in private?" I says, yeah. He says, "Would you like to manage Ashington?" I says, "Well, how we're standing?" He says, "For one thing, we haven't got any money." He says, "I owe the bank 5,000.
I just consider myself a local lad from the town of Ashington who's been fortunate enough to watch them as a supporter, sitting on the fuse box of the old floodlights at Portland Park, watching the Whippets run around the track and then watching some of the football, and I've been fortunate enough to be involved with Graham McCabe."
I says, "Well, we'll see what we can do, Eric." So I got Chick Charlton, a lad from Limehouse, and a lad called Alan Richardson, who was his trainer, to come to Ashington with me. And we managed, Chick, Alan and myself, and by Christmas, with a bit of luck, we had 5,000 quid chalked off. And Eric was that elated. He decided, he says, "I want you three here in the cottage." Portland Park was like a little house in the corner. He came in with a bottle of champagne, and he gave the three of us a bottle of a drink, and he says, "I can't thank you enough for having to keep Ashington on the floor."
I think my wife will testify that I've had a lot of sleepless nights, but when something means to you as much as what Ashington Football Club does, you don't stop at anything to save it, basically. So I'm just so pleased to see so many people here tonight to support it.
The only reason I took up the offer of interim manager was because I knew I was surrounded by great blokes, to be fair, and I thank them for doing that.
What we've got is we've got a table here with a pen and paper on, and memory box we're calling it. If you'd like to fill that in.
After a defeat to Newcastle Blue Star, who were running away with the league at the time, and I just happened to score later on. We got beat 2-1. I think I equalised, but they scored late as well. And I remember giving us a tenner, and he just said, "This is on behalf of the fans. Just get yourself a couple of drinks, and thanks for scoring a goal, because apparently it was the first goal at home that season. It was the 11th game." So that kind of stuck in my mind a bit, to be fair.
Trying to develop one or two of our own, so we're working really closely with the junior sides, with the likes of Gary Bell and Matty Potts, who are heavily involved with the juniors. Anybody who came to the friendly we had with Durham University the other night will have seen 4 under-17s on the pitch, and they were a credit to not only themselves and their parents and their families, but also a credit to the junior section, and they certainly performed with great enthusiasm and endeavour, with a bit of quality as well, may I add. So the future's bright there.
Do you roughly know how many legends are in this room tonight?
Not roughly, no, but I would like to say, for me, they're all legends because they've all worn the Ashington shirt. That's as far, as far as I'm concerned, anyone that pulls on an Ashington shirt's a legend for me.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of legends here tonight.
When we won the second division.
And your nephew scored the goal.
That's right.
Your Mark scored the goal.
That was a good year. But
Lee Anderson, who is a club legend, that word gets bandied about too often. People will say I'm biased because he's one of my best mates, but he is a club legend, and as soon as he agreed to come back, the decision was becoming easier.
Best and most favourite memory actually did include Greg Peary. During the first spell of a game, 25 minutes, I think I'd run a marathon. He didn't pass the ball of us once. He was taking everybody on, shooting from ridiculous angles. He was having shots from by kicks, corner kicks. Anyway, he scored. So at half-time, we always just sit together, and I goes, "Greg," I says, "I'm not being funny, but you were absolutely useless in the first 25 minutes of that game." Then we clicked into gear. He says, "Sorry about that, Anders. I had a 5 on myself for first goal, 5-1. So that's life in a dressing room with Greg Peary.
Do you see the club moving on from the past and seeing it going in a new direction?
Yeah, definitely. It's going in the right direction. It's going to take time. There's no doubt about it. We're not going to do it overnight. We've still got challenges to overcome, but I'm confident. I'm super confident that we'll overcome them and we'll get there. It's about building the club, and it's about building the community. That's the most important part. Get the community involved, and we'll win. It's as simple as that. We'll get there. Ashington's got a football name. You see it, look over there. Jackie and Bobby, Jackie Milburn, Seth Irwin, who was here tonight, Ronnie, who played for Sunderland at Bradford Park Avenue.
I'm talking about when we in the good old days, Cecil.
right,
When footballers were footballers.
that's right.
You gave me a call and you said, "I'm taking over as chairman of Ashington Football Club. Would I come and help you on the football side of things?" Of which I said, of course I would. I didn't envisage being in the dugout again, and that's the truth.
It's a certificate that they've awarded me for 45 years as press officer at this club.
Is Brian Bennett about here? Brian, can you come over, please? There's been many constants in the last 45 years at this football club. I think one of them's debt, and the other one's Brian Bennett.
Wow, that's a long time to be at a club.
Yeah, I came here, I was at Bedlington for 2 years, and then I've been here for 45, and still love it now as much as I did all those years ago.
For me, 45 years is an amazing achievement. You've been here ever since I've been here. You've been a constant, and the football club would like to honour you by naming the press box the Brian Bennett press box.
Just absolutely overwhelmed, to be honest. I really am. I had no idea that anything like this was going to happen. And as I say, I'm a bit touched. I'm very touched. I'm overwhelmed.
On about telling Jack about that we've got Hepworth's donated blazers and badges for the team. We played down at Bangor City. And I travelled down, we got down there and the train got to the Bangor, and the bus picked me up to take me to the ground. And we got off the bus, and there was crowds outside waiting for the visiting team arriving. Ashington. And as we got off the bus out, you could hear their supporters saying, my God, what are we up against here? Look at the way they're dressed. They've got all these blazers and ties and badges. And it was fine. It was fine until we got on the park. We got beat 6-3, so we came back with tail between our legs.
I've got one here that Ashton George Best, Greg Peary. Does anyone disagree with that?
Well, just talking about the season when we won the cup away, when we went away to play the cup final, and Peary was.
He was on the ball, was he?
Yes.
Yeah.
When he was gone and when I was gone, sort of thing, well, like the red arrows, like spreading the bush.
That's what you call team spirit.
The good effect.
And my phone goes and it's Brian Robson. So I answer the phone. Hi Brian, you alright? He goes, yeah. It's Brian Robson from Ashington Football Club, Andy. We're thinking of moving Ian Skinner on. Would you be interested in the manager's job? I goes, by this time, some people say I'm too quick for my own good. So by this time I thought, something up here. I'm going to play along with it. Yeah, of course I'd be interested there. Sort it out, set a meeting up and I'll come and speak to you. Brilliant, leave it with us, I'll get back in touch with you. He got back in touch with me, alright. 20 seconds later. Phone goes, Brian Robson. Hiya Brian, you alright? Is that Skins? Yeah. Have I just rang you? Brian, yes you have. Stick your job up your
We left at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to Bangor on a Saturday morning. We got there at 3 o'clock for a 3 o'clock kick-off, so we had to get changed on the bus, before the game started, and run straight on the pitch. After 10 minutes, we were getting beat 3-0.
Who was your manager then? Was it Kenny Pryor?
Where's I?
Can you remember going all that way down and not getting paid? They had any money.
Well,
he didn't tell you that when he got on the.
That happened pretty regular when we played for Ashton, mate. We used to get paid in IOUs. Is that right, Jeff?
For a while.
IOUs.
I mean, the squared were up, fair enough, but we used to get paid in IOUs.
Really?
Yeah. That was a good one.
That's a good one. Two old stalwarts, Ashton. Thank you.
Having been involved with the club, there was a gentleman who was the kit man around 2000 and whatever it was when me and Graham were in charge, and that was a man by the name of Les Alderson, who everybody in the room will remember, and God rest his soul. What a stalwart he was for the club. Les was great. He had a sports shop in the town. Lots of you will remember Elliot Sports. I think I was coaching on a Saturday morning at the welfare at the time, and I finished about 12 o'clock, and I would always just go to Portland Park. And I went in and I would go and give him a hand with the kit. And I went in one day and I said, Les, everything all right? He went, yeah, great Skins. He said, I've swept it out, it's all clean, just ready to put the kit up. He said, there was a few dead mice, but didn't worry about them. I've got rid of them. I said, all right, champion. I said, what you done with them? He said, I've just hide them in the away dressing room, leave me unnoticed.
You previously mentioned Vince Gledhill, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Vince got me into doing reporting 47 years ago. I've been at Ashington for 45, but he actually introduced me to reporting 47 years ago, saying that there was a press job going at Bedlington Terriers. I think they were Bedlington Colliery Welfare at the time, actually. And so I'm gratefully, really grateful to Vince, because if I hadn't come across Vince then, I wouldn't have been doing this, for so long. A job which I love.
I'll tell you what. This is a personal one. Last game at Portland Park, when Brian didn't come home that night, I'm sure he was one of many who didn't. Nicola Shotton.
What did you think of Ashington Football Club?
Absolutely loving the bits. But to me, they should still be playing at Portland Park. Portland Park was in the middle of the town for all the generation. It's out of the way. But it is what it is. Hence, we badger and we still love Ashington. We still love Ashington, you know what I mean? It's always in my heart.
We've got the food banks, donating a lot of stuff to the food banks. We're dealing with local community groups, the YMCA.